There we go. Are we coming through? I think we're good. I think we're good. All right. Sorry about that. Man, it's been a little bit, guys. It's been a little bit. We haven't been live in a week or so. I think a lot's happened, but I don't know what it is. No, YouTube, we didn't get to talk to about it because I wasn't here. But YouTube changed how their partnership stuff. So that's interesting. I think, it's interesting because a lot of people are freaking out about it, about shorts and stuff. And obviously I don't really worry about the shorts too much, but yeah, increasing of 1,000 hours, watch hours, it's tough. It's tough, but for me, what I'm thinking is just like, keep grinding, man. Keep getting subscribers and the watch hours will come. So as long as you're good, then you don't have to worry about much. That's how I kind of look at it. So I'm just gonna keep grinding and hopefully it all works out. But if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscriber button. Really do appreciate that. Also like the live stream. But yeah, guys, what we're gonna be working on tonight, we're gonna be jumping into the Nether. I was gonna do some creative planning, so if you checked out my Twitter, you saw the tweet and everything. I was gonna do some creative planning, but I kind of had an issue with my creative world, so we're just gonna jump right into the main survival world and do some digging and just talking and hanging out. So if you're new to the channel, just jump into the chat and say what's up. I really do appreciate it. Let's see, is there anything else to talk about besides the Patriots are obviously all the way back? We're obviously all the way back. I'm gonna check this camera a little bit. Man, it's been a week and I feel like my whole setup is like it's crashing. I don't know what's going on. Man. But no, we got a new episode out, so if you guys didn't check that out, do me a favor, jump over to the channel and check out the farm. We obviously did a lot of that planning on live, so just go check it out, see if you like it. If not, just let it run in the background. That's cool with me. I don't really have a lot to talk about besides that, guys. Getting ready for the fall here. Football's kicking off this week. My son's at football practice right now. So not coaching this year. It's gonna be the first year I haven't coached in 4 years or so. Just taking a back seat, I've talked about it before, but just taking a back seat, let them do their thing and let my son kind of have that breathing room. Oh, dude. So we've had a lot of issues with my car recently, and I had been telling my son, like, hey man, you gotta get your license, gotta get your license. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Finally gets his license, and my car like poops the bed. So I've been taking his car for like the past month, 2 months. Like he finally gets his license, and then I'm like, actually, I need the car. I'm sorry I've been pressuring you to get it, but I actually need it. So that's been fun. But besides that, guys, like I said, I don't really have a lot to talk about. We're just kind of living life right now, cruising. Like I said, summer's winding down. Kids are getting back to school, so just trying to figure out kind of our plans for the fall. I feel like we did the summer really well this year. We had a lot of ideas of what we were going to do this summer, so we got a lot of gardening done, got a lot of landscaping done. I feel really good about where we are there. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do for the fall to like kind of keep that momentum going. I built a fire pit this weekend so that I could start kind of just getting that fall fire pit feel outside and stuff. But I don't know, it's interesting. I just don't know really what to do for a plan right now with it. Besides that and watching football, I don't know. I feel like I should be doing more. I'm always that way, or I'm always feeling like I should be doing more. So I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. Just got to continue to plan. Figure it out as we go. And life's going to throw us curveballs, so just roll with the punches, I guess. But like I said, guys, I don't really have a ton to talk about, so let's jump over. I want to, like I said, guys, I was gonna do some creative planning, but I think we're just gonna jump into the Nether and start digging, just hanging out. So if you guys want, just hop in. I do want to go run and grab a bow real quick and some arrows just to help out while we're in there. We're gonna have to contend with a bunch of blazes and stuff, so since our portal's right on top of a Fortress? We're gonna have to think about that too with our portal. I'm obviously not moving the portal and I can't move the fortress, so we're gonna have to think about how things spawn and stuff down there once we get building. This is Zoro. He's got a sword in his mouth. You can see it poking out right there. That's Zoro. Where's my bow? That one's pretty close to breaking. I don't think that's my bow. How many levels we got? We can make a new bow. Go enchant that up. We got a new episode coming out this Thursday, guys. Make sure you check that out. I think it's going to be a good one. It's a bit of a shorter one. I didn't have a ton of like things to do in it, so it's a bit of a shorter one. I don't want that. What is this? What's going on? Is bow enchanting the worst? I've never been a big bow guy. That can't be good. A power 3? That can't be good. Oh, look at that. We're out of levels, too. Oh, my gosh. Can we just... What is this? This is awful. It's awful. I took a picture of my area here recently and put it into an AI and just told it like, hey, make this hyper realistic. Dude, it looked really cool. I was really happy with how the windmills look in it. Like, oh, it could pick up that that's what I was trying to make. So that's really cool. I mean, I guess, right? Whatever. Whatever. I thought I had a better bow somewhere. Yeah, that boat right there. What's that? I mean, that's worse. It's got a little punch on it. Whoa. I guess. Yikes. I've been stocking up on my golden carrots. We're headed to the Nether, so we're gonna want those, you know? Got a bunch of empty shulkers and stuff in there. We need a single arrow. Does infinity work with like other styles of arrows? I don't even know. Like I said, guys, we're just gonna hang out and kind of just talk shop. So if you're interested, tune in. Let's head off. Let's head off. Ow. Probably gonna be a bit of a shorter one tonight. A bit of a shorter one. Like I said, we gotta get into the groove of it. We haven't really been streaming or anything like that, so a couple shorter episodes recently. You know, we hit the first like 1,000 days really hard. Obviously, continued that with our sulfur biome expansion there. I was really happy with how that came out. And so I'm just kind of like taking smaller episodes right now, just as a way to like kind of bridge the gap, keep the series going, get the things that I need to get done. You know, kind of like farmlands. We need that, right? What else? Yeah, we need farmlands and stuff. So just been taking it a little bit slow recently, to be honest. And I don't really have a good plan for the next episode. I obviously are working in the Nether right now. So it'll probably be Nether based, but it won't be coming out right away. We're gonna have to do a lot of work. I want to do something nice and cool and big in the Nether here. So let's just get started with a little bit, you know? Let's start tearing things down a little bit, cleaning things up, figuring out what we want to do, coming up with a plan. I'm gonna turn those bones right into bone meal. Let's get our armor on. Didn't even realize I didn't have that on. Oh, this chair's terrible, guys. Chair's terrible. All right, what I kind of, my dream has always been with the Nether, is to tear everything down to lava level. That way, when you're spawn in, you're right at lava level. Whoa, look at this little guy. It's so cute. That way, when you're spawning in, though, you're right at lava level. I don't want to be like way up here, you know. And we're not doing we're not doing bedrock breaking. We're not getting on the roof. None of that stuff. I don't want to do that. I don't like it. It feels disingenuous. I mean, I know I play with a lot of mods and stuff. Nothing like game breaking. But I just feel like getting on the nether roof is just weird to me. I don't know. I like to play within the restraints of the game. Ow. This guy's got aimbot. Oh, come on. So what I think I'd like to do is, I don't know how high up we want to go. If we want to tear everything down, or if that's even a good idea. What do you guys think? Is that even a good idea to just like get down to lava level, or should we start in like somewhere in the middle? I think we're gonna try to get down to like lava level and probably build like some terrain there. I don't want to go down to like bedrock. I think like water level, lava level is a good starting point. If we go below that, I feel like we're gonna get into too much. Like removing the lava and everything, I don't want to get into that at all. You know? I'm just gonna do a little bit of cleaning up in this area and just see kind of where the terrain takes us and stuff, and if any ideas start flowing. I don't really have a good idea of what I want to do yet. I kind of have an idea, but the biome isn't perfect for my idea. So we're gonna have to do some messing around and just kind of figuring out what we want to do. You know? I feel like if I had a choice of like the biome where we're landing in, it would be like a delta. What is it? This is Soul Sand Valley. I like that one right there because it has like little white particles. It's a pain to kind of work with because that basalt doesn't break very easy, and obviously you have all the lava pools and stuff, but you get those little white particles that are really nice. So I gotta figure out. We do got cool sound effects in here though, which is nice. I don't know how that sound effect works though. Maybe we can manipulate that a little bit. Hey, he's shooting at us. Oh, I see him. That's why I don't use a bow. All right, but whatever. Yeah, I wonder if we can manipulate those sound effects a little bit. That'd be actually kind of nice. Or is it just like when you break blocks? Even that, I wonder if we can manipulate that somehow with like some pistons and stuff. I bet we could. I bet we could figure out a way to do that. Just like breaking blocks with a piston. But yeah, then you have to worry about the piston noise. I don't know. Seems like there's an opportunity there. fell off there. I don't know. I want to do something unique. Something I haven't done before. Something that kind of fits the world nicely. Something I haven't seen before. That's a real important thing. I feel like we always see kind of the same concepts in a lot of builds throughout the Minecraft community and stuff. And I like to try to do something different. That's kind of what I've tried to do so far with the world. Is just kind of do something unique and different. Instead of seeing the same thing over and over, you know? A lot of like medieval stuff, right? We always see that, but we don't necessarily always see like advanced technologies and stuff. And I like trying to bring that in a little bit. Whether or not I'm hitting the, you know, nail on the head with that, I don't think so. I think there's definitely room for improvement there from me. But it's definitely a challenge, and I'm definitely enjoying the challenge of trying to create those, you know, that story, that futurism story. I think it's pretty neat. And like I said, I put that into AI and had it make it super realistic, hyper realistic. And it really inspired me because the iron farm looks so nice in it with the windmills and everything. It looks so good. So I got pretty inspired there to continue making those like skyscraper style and stuff. Let's definitely pick up that quartz there. Always use some raw quartz for some redstone. Does it have one breaking on it? It does, but goodness. Yeah, see, we got mobs spawning all around us. We're gonna have to figure out something there. Like, I don't know why this guy even spawns up here. Do we know, like, why that guy would spawn there? I would assume there's, like, an in-game reason, right? Goodness. What are we gonna do about this? We're gonna have to put up like walls so that they can't get to us, right? But I don't know. Is there like if we get rid of the fortress, are they still gonna spawn? I would assume they do. I would assume just like there's like some type of like. That guy just disappeared. I would assume there's like some type of code there that says like this area is a fortress. These mobs can spawn in this sphere or something, which is gonna make this really difficult, I think. You know, maybe we think about moving the portal. Maybe we think about that. I don't know if this is gonna help us, but like I said, I'd like to be in this delta or something because we get those white particles. There's a bunch over here too. I don't know how that. Another fortress over there too. I don't know how that would affect things in terms of like where our portal would wind up. I'd have to do like divide by 8 and find that and then set that up, right? So is it more important that the portal on this side is here, or probably, right? Probably. I like it right there. I think it looks gorgeous. We already have it all built and everything. I think it's really cool. Yeah, the iron farm looks so cool and like hyper realistic. It really nails it, and yeah, I was like, wow, that actually is inspiring. Yeah, I heard him. Yep. Bunch of mobs. Let's do that. Okay. Don't know why that didn't work. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Wait, why is that orange? What do you guys think? We should move it or no? I don't think we should move it. I think we should just deal with what we got. Figure out how to eliminate the blazes. We could do like a mob switch, right? I don't necessarily know how that works, to be honest. Yeah, I think we'd do a mob switch. How does that work? Is there a radius on how far that affects or something? Because obviously I don't want it to like completely eliminate spawning in the nether. I just kind of want it to be like this area, because then we could set up a wither skeleton farm elsewhere, essentially. Because this one over here doesn't work. I tried. It doesn't work. I tried something, you know? You know, we tried something. I don't even know where it goes to. Yep. We can go get all that supplies back. But yeah, I don't know. Let's talk about like builds. Build theme. I think I want to do something like gothic and just like really lean into the grayscale. I think that would be really fun, so that everything is just kind of like grayscale. We could obviously mix in other stuff, but I think it'd be really cool to do like a very large gothic cathedral style in the nether, and then do like a town around it, so that like you're kind of walking, like you come out of the portal and you're like walking down a town street in the nether, and it's just like this Victorian gothic style build. I think it'd be really cool. There is like a little bit of a blue tint around here, so that's where I'm like, I don't know if that's the best look. Let's go over here real quick, see if it... Yeah, you get that weird noise too, which I don't think that's the best, but I do like the gray particles. I like the gray particles a lot. But we could also get that in like a different part of the town if we go large enough, right? I mean, that's not that far. So we could kind of like do sections of a town or something. Also, I wonder if we can mess with it in... Sure. We could probably mess with the color. I don't want to mess with it right now because I'll end up not liking what I do. I gotta fix this. Is that right? I guess that's the same. All right. I don't know. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool if we did like a Victorian Gothic town. Then we could spread it out in all kinds of different directions. We can call like different areas of the town different things. I think that'd be really fun. And then we could kind of set up a mob switch. How does a mob switch work? I'm gonna Google that, guys. So if I'm not looking at the chat real quick, you guys will know. Minecraft mob switch. This is a term I've heard a lot, but I don't necessarily know what it means. A mob switch is a technical survival device using a disabled neutral hostile mob spawning across a dimension without turning on peaceful difficulty or using cheats. It works by filling the game's hostile mob cap, typically 7 mobs per player, with entities that are permanently loaded in the world and do not spawn or do not despawn. The visual guide on how to build. Yep. No despawning entities. Standard mobs despawn when the player moves too far away. However, specific mobs like traded zombie villagers, shulkers, or spawned silverfish remain tied to the mob cap without despawning. Can't we just name tag 70 different mobs? Must be cured, traded with once, so they retain their status and count towards the permanent mob cap. Frequently gather weird stronghold monsters, spawners. Wait, we can do silverfish. We can do 70 silverfish in an area, but we can't just name 70 zombies. Is that right? Chunk loading. The group of capped mobs must be placed inside a loaded area, such as the spawn chunk or a dedicated chunk loader, so the game always tracks them even when you are far away. Is that what we want to do? Neutral spawns only. They stop zombies, skeletons, creepers, and similar neutral spawns, but they do not affect mob spawners like dungeon spawning, cages, raids, or portal based piglin zombified piglin spawning. Okay. I'm confused. I don't necessarily know what this means. What is it? We can't just name 70 zombies and put them in a box. And do we need to put an ender pearl in that chunk so that it's always loaded? Let's go to Reddit. Reddit is perfect. Nothing wrong with Reddit, so we should get everything we need here. Hey everyone, I was thinking about building a mob switch for 1.21.1. How long would this method take to fill up the cap? Il Mango did a video using wardens. Huh. Well, Il Mango. Il Mango's awesome. He's very good. Well, I don't necessarily understand. I think that's on Overworld though. That's something I gotta look into, right? Like using a mob switch. Does it turn on and off fairly easy? Let's see what AI says if I say, can't we just name? No, naming 70 mobs with a name tag will not work, because name mobs are explicitly removed from the hostile mob camp by the game's spawning algorithm. While using a name tag successfully stops a mob from despawning, Minecraft design rules dictate that named entities no longer count. Interesting. Says you're going to trap 70 wither bosses, though. That is a bit too much. What about using a warden? Yes, you can absolutely use a warden to make a mob set. In fact, wardens are heavily favored by technical players because they completely bypass the need to capture withers or cure dozens. Because wardens naturally count towards the standard hostile mob cap, gathering 70 of them in one spot will completely shut down normal spawnings. I can't imagine capturing 70 wardens. Okay, so essentially, how do you get a warden to the Nether? Oh, right there. There's a video from 2023. Titled Easy Warden Mob Switch for the Nether Showcase. Interesting. That I feel like it's gonna be so difficult though. And he's on top of the bedrock doing that. Alright. So some things to think about here, guys. Mob switch, 1. 2. Destroying all of the materials here in the Nether so that we can kind of like create our own environment inside the Nether. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be worth it. That way you enter the Nether and you're not necessarily entering the Nether, you're entering like this facade that is created. I think it's gonna be really cool. To that point though, we got to think about like the sky. What do we do with the sky texture? Because the sky is obviously just like either bedrock or netherrack, right? I guess we could do like layers of glass, especially if we're gonna dig down to lava level. We could build, down to here. I mean, that's a very large building. And then you have multiple layers for glass. Maybe we get rid of some lava. How many layers is there for lava? Not that much, actually. Excuse me. That'd be interesting, right? What do we think? I feel like that'd be pretty interesting if we went down to lava level, built, and then do like stained glass ceiling. It's gonna be expensive in terms of dye and glass. Glass we can just buy from villagers. It's not that bad. Do we have a lot of glass villagers? I don't know if all of our librarians sell glass. Let's go check it out. There's our farm. If you guys haven't seen the episode, go check out the farm. It's very cute. I had a lot of fun building the chicken coop and the rest of the pens. We obviously have one of our chickens loose here. Those guys, I think all 4 of those sell glass. We haven't got these guys up here, so we don't know. Okay. Glass, 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 glass. Okay, is there a 3rd level? I don't think I did a 3rd level. No, okay. Just thinking about the logistics, you know? Just thinking about the logistics. 70 wardens or 70 zombie villagers? Probably wardens, right? Because then all you need is a note block or whatever chiming to keep the warden's attention. I feel like zombie villagers gonna be really difficult. Well, I don't know, right? Because we gotta trade with the villager and then turn him into a zombie. I don't think we have to cure him. I think that's incorrect, like, information, the way it's worded. Let's go back to it real quick. Because this just says specific mobs like traded zombie villagers. So I think you just trade with them, turn them into a zombie. That actually probably wouldn't be that bad. We could get 70 fairly quick and then move them into a box in the Nether. And then I don't know the radius. How far is the radius of a mob switch? I think it's probably like 160 or whatever. Depends entirely on how it is loaded in the edition of the game you're playing. I don't know. Tied to the render simulation distance. Usually a area extending 10 to 32 chunks. Distance rule for Java. If you use a local switch in Java without permanent chunk loader, be careful with the 128 block radius. If you walk more than 128 blocks away from the switch while the chunks are still processed as entity ticking active, the mobs inside can instantly despawn. Huh. Interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. So they can still despawn. How do we create a chunk loader in 26 dot, we'll just say 3. I don't think the technical side of that's going to change, so. The classic Nether portal loop. I don't think that's necessary. Or a simple Ender Pearl stasis column. See, this is the problem I have with the stasis chamber, though. I've had multiple times where this is broken already. Because we had an Ender Pearl stasis chamber next to our wool farm, and I came back to it, and the pearl was gone. I think it happened to my moss farm earlier, too. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I could be doing something wrong. I could be doing something wrong. Find the chunk center. Always build your chunk loader near the middle of a single 16 by 16 chunk. Warning. The Ender Pearl method will break if you completely log out of the world or close your server, requiring you to go back and rethrow the pearl when you log back in. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that, guys. The other one is to place a dispenser facing straight up, attach a hopper, pointing directly into the side. Build the portal, placing obsidian right on top of the hopper, using it as a base block for a standard vertical nether portal frame. Do not light it yet. Set up the redstone engine, placing a redstone torch behind the dispenser on the power of the block. Put the solid block directly above the torch. Place a lever on the side. That means this is, I don't. Position the rail and cart. Place a detector rail directly on top of the dispenser and another temporary rail next to it to align the direction. Remove the temporary rail. Drop a hopper minecart onto the remaining hitbox. Link the nether portals. See, but that kind of sucks because then I'm going to have a second portal somewhere nearby. Essentially, it would essentially be our current nether portal. What do you guys think? What's the best method here? If we're going to despawn our... It doesn't seem like these chunk loaders are very... or not chunk loaders, these mob switches are very reliable, if this is the case. I'm gonna have to look that up. Like, how do we create a reliable mob switch? That's the question. Interesting. Okay. So to recap, I think the plan is dig out the nether in at least 128 by 128 box. It's gonna be so much work. So much work, especially as we get into the portal, or not the portal, the fortress. It's gonna be so much work, guys. It's gonna be so boring. Dig that out down to lava level. Don't worry about the ceiling right away. I think. Nah, I think we got it right. I don't know. What would be better here is if we did the stained glass effect for the roof, or just allow the bedrock to be visible from... I actually think that would be kind of nice, actually. If you're staring up at bedrock, that might be a pretty cool effect. That's some stuff we're going to have to practice on in creative mode or whatever. So, to recap, we're going to dig out the nether down to lava level. We're going to figure out how to do a mob switch. We're going to build a Victorian Gothic themed village and expand that based on all the directions we want to go. Which would actually be kind of interesting. I wonder what we should do for like portal design, right? Center of the town probably, or whatever. And then what we should do with the cardinal directions to like signify that that's what we're doing. You know, this is east, west, north, south. I think we come up with some really cool ideas there. I think it could be really fun. And then once that, so mob switch, Victorian village, and then find an area where we can do a wither skeleton farm. And I also want to do a ghast farm. I've never done one. They seem very overpowered, so I want to do one. Simple as that. I think we have to do something on the other side of it, though. So I'm not sure where we'll build that. I have to get through this process in my head of it's Minecraft, and sometimes the builds aren't going to be aesthetic, especially these large farms like a gas farm. How are we going to make that look aesthetic? We're not. So I got to get through that in my head, and I'm okay with nether farms, like doing a wither skeleton farm, I'm okay with that just being like it looks like a farm. I'm fine with that. So just making sure that that looks good. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, guys, sorry, not a ton of gameplay tonight. I've been in this mode. I probably should have talked about this at the start of the episode, but I couldn't think of it. I've been in this, like, I don't know. I wouldn't call it burnout. I think a lot of people would call it burnout, especially as they explain it. But I don't think it is. I think it's just maybe it's burnout. Maybe it's burnout. It's like I've worked really hard over the past few months, you know, and I've just hit this cool off period where like I just want to take a break. It's not the right thing to say, and I shouldn't say it, but I just kind of want to slow down. Like I said, these last couple episodes, doing the farm and then the one that's coming out Thursday, are smaller episodes, and we didn't live stream last week, and this live stream right here is very short and not very content filled. But I just kind of want to slow down a little bit, especially as we get going into the fall. I kind of just want to slow down a little bit, make sure that I have a good plan going forward, and then hit that hard again. That's kind of where I'm at, especially where YouTube just changed all their stuff. I think just something about views, but views don't really matter. So if people get 10,000 views, but their watch hours are crap, it doesn't matter. Like, and they, in their statement, they said something about like, it's going to help with marketing or whatever. Like, not really though. Like you're telling advertisers that I'm getting 10,000 views, but none, like 5,000 of them don't matter because they just swipe by. I don't know. I don't like it. but yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there, guys. I kind of want to get to like the drawing board. I need to put on some music, get on the drawing board, and just kind of like game plan. You know, cool off a little bit, slow down, come up with a good idea of what I want to do next. I like this though. I like this nether thing. I just need a plan of attack because it's gonna be a lot of work, and I gotta do a little bit of research on mob switches, but we'll figure that out later. But that's gonna be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's a shorter one. We'll be back Wednesday with a little bit more progress. We'll probably jump into a creative world and start doing some like game planning there. We might drop back into the village and just do some game planning in the village. That might be a little bit easier. But yeah, until Wednesday, guys. Have a good one.